Hello friends, in last video we have seen how to add a figure, how to add the bullets, how to add the numbers into a latex document. Now today we are going to see how to add a table inside the latex document, how to add the references inside the document. Before that, suppose I have written a new chapter, suppose here. Chapter, suppose text. Now in this chapter I have created one section. The section name is suppose font. Now in this I am writing some content. This is the demo latex document which is open. So this is suppose a line which I have written. Then something I am writing. Now after running this, we'll see that the document will create one more chapter, that is chapter 4 with the name text. The first section will be 4.1. This is demo latex document which is open source. Now if I want to add a paragraph, so here slash par is the command which creates the paragraph in the latex document. Here you can see that if the paragraph command is not working, you can use h space slash h space now you see. So here the paragraph has been created for this particular line. Now how to add or how to change the font of that particular document. Now suppose I want to make this particular latex keyword as a bold. So you just select the keyword you want to make bold or the content you want to make bold and just click on this particular icon item B. So which automatically gets the command text BF. So this command gets the input which content you want to make bold. So we'll see what happens. So here you can see that the latex keyword gets bold here with the help of that particular command. Now if you want to make the text italic, suppose I want to make which keyword or which word as italic. So here I will click on I by selecting which. Now here automatically the text it command comes which is used to make the text italic. So here you can see that the which keyword becomes the italic. Now if I want to underline some of the text, so I need to just select the particular text and click on this particular underline. So underline command will appear and the open keyword gets underlined. Here you can see that open keyword is underlined. Now suppose I'm using a new line character here. This is a new line character. So after that I'm writing welcome to this video lecture. Now by default this particular text will appear left justified because our by default is a left justified. Now I want to make it as right justified, so just select it, the content you want to make right justified and click on this. So automatically command comes begin flush right and end flush right. So this command used to make the text right justified. So see here you can see that earlier it was left justified, now it is right justified. Now if you want to make the text central align, So suppose I want to make this text as a center align. So you just select the text you want to align center, and here you can click this particular icon. So automatically the command comes begin center and end center, and the content which you want to align center will be between these two commands. So automatically here you can see that the text ID is centrally aligned. And now if you want to make text left justified, by default it is left justified. Still there is a command if you want to make the text as left justified. So here you can select the text you want to make left justified and use this particular command, that is begin flush left and end flush left. So whatever you are writing inside between it, it becomes the left justified. Now we'll see how to add a table inside the LaTeX document. So to add the table inside the LaTeX document, first of all we need to write down begin table command and end table command. So in between these two, we need to write our table, begin table and end table. Now the caption, whatever caption you want to give to the table, that you can write over here. Suppose I want to give the caption to my table as table of price. Now this is an optional. Centering means you can align the table to the center. The next that command we need to include is begin tabular. So here how actually our table should look like, that we can prepare with the help of this begin tabular command. So here you can see that this uh, straight line is used to create the number of columns. So if I want to create the 3 columns, I need to use the 4 lines. So here you can see that the 1, 2, 3 and 4 lines I have used. Now in these lines, this C indicates that the text in the first column will be central aligned. This L indicates the text in the this particular column will be left aligned, and this P, if I want to uh, specify the size of column should be fixed. So in that case, I need to use the P to create the custom size column. In previous two cases, whatever is the size of the text inside the column, which is maximum characters, that much size will be taken automatically by the LaTeX for that column. But if I want to make the fixed size column, so then I have to use the P. Now here, this H line will be used for the drawing the horizontal line. Now and is the operator which separates the text between the two cells. Now first row we are going to write. So suppose this is the serial number is my content of first cell, and separates the first cell from the second. Function or module is the text of second cell, and separates the second and third cell, and estimated LOC is the content of third cell. Now I need to write the second row. So I need to write down the new line character, that is double forward slash. Now after that I have written the H line which is nothing but the horizontal line. Again first row, second row and third row I have added. Now let's see, add the end tabular, and end table is again important. Now we'll see what happens. So here you can see that the first column is having C, so it is centrally aligned, the text is centrally aligned. The second column is left aligned. So here you can see that the text in the second column, whatever is the maximum characters, that much size has been taken for the second column. But for the third column, the estimated LOC, here LOC comes to the second line, because the fixed size we have used for the second column, which is P. Now if I want to add a row inside the table, so just I need to add one more row, suppose 4. I'm adding the first cell content as 4, then I need to separate the first cell and second cell content as suppose JPG, third cell, second cell content I can separate with 310. Now double slash. Here if you want to draw one more H line, you can draw. So let's see what happens, whether it adds the row in the table. Yes, see, earlier there was a row, now it is no row. Now we'll see what happens if I remove the H line between this particular third and fourth row. So we'll see. If we remove the H line in the third and fourth row, the line is get automatically removed. But we want to draw a line, so H line should be included. Correct. Now, suppose here I am writing some. Now, suppose I want to write equation without using the equation tag. Suppose so there is a option that is dollar is the sign which we need to use. So suppose x is equals to y upon z. Now we need to close it with the dollar itself. Now this particular equation will be written without using the equation command. So here you can see that equation is written as x is equals to y upon z. Now suppose whatever is the content that is after table, I don't want to be written on the same page. Here you can see that the x is equals to y upon z is written on the same page, that is fifth page. Now I want to write that content on the next page, so I can use the command clear page, which will whatever you are writing after table will go to the next page. Now how to add the references. So here there is a command begin bibliography and end bibliography. Between these two keywords, we need to add the references, as much references as we want to add. So here to add the references, we need to use the command slash bib item. You can give any input for this particular input, but the reference you want to show here we need to write on the next line. Third reference of document. So let's see what happens here. It has added the third references with below. Suppose you want to add one more, so you can add here by just adding the bib item. Right. Now in second video we have seen if you want to see the number of tables available in the document and the figures, the command is slash list tables and slash list figure. So which we have already used these commands. So here you can see that list of figures and list of tables. So earlier there were no figures and tables, but we have added one figure and one table in the document. So here you can see that it shows table of price. It is on the fifth page. The table number is 4.1, and for the figure, it is on the fourth page. The figure name is Rama, and you can see whether it is correct. On fifth page, the table is the table of price, and on fourth page, the figure Ramayana is there. Correct. So, thank you.